Hello and welcome back to continuing coverage of Bioshock Infinite, brought to you by MMO Play. Not an MMO today, not even a multiplayer game, a single player game. So far, an exceptional one, even for people like me that just suck at shooters. This is a few hours into the game, it's something I just wanted to show, for anyone that hasn't had a chance to try it yet. And for people that maybe happen to be like me and get a little bit of vertigo pretty easily, these skylines. These are kind of a cool little thing where you have your little magnetic hook shot, and you can go jump on these skylines and move around. It's one of the ways to maneuver around cities, look for secrets and hidden items. But also it's a way to travel between areas. You kind of have a level system where you complete an area and then you go to a door. It'll say, you want to go to a new zone? So a lot of this hidden stuff happens in this one area. Also a little clarification from yesterday. No, alcohol doesn't give you salt. Actually, it gives you health, but minus salt. I was referring to the special drinks that give you new abilities. The 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I might even have a 5th ability now. Right now, mostly I'm using a Murder of Crows. I just got a buff for it, too, where anyone that dies to it or in the area will turn into a trap. So it kind of just can cascade into some fun stuff. There is a decent amount of exploration, assuming you want to find everything. You can keep looking for Silver Eagles, you can get upgrades for your skills, you can get upgrades to your weapons, or just get some consumables to refresh you a little bit. On top of everything, now that we got Elizabeth, she follows us around. She's got a nice keen eye. She finds eagles, she finds health potions. Heck, she can even tear open the world and give us some secrets, too. Well, let's go ahead and check out an interesting level for story, at least, and scoot a little forward. Alright, here we go. This level is, because I love exploring, probably 3 or 3.5 hours into my playthrough. Doesn't mean it's actually 3.5 hours into the overall playthrough. In fact, a lot of people seem to beat it the day after the game came out, so I'm guessing if you just kind of power game, you can get through the game relatively fast.
That's quite an omission. Can't imagine that pickaxe.
So here you're dealing with the fact that the main character was in the army, and at Wounded Knee some stuff went down, and the soldiers, most of them didn't get credit. The Prophet Comstock got all the credit. I'm not trying to spoil too much, but this is, I believe, your commanding officer in the unit you were in, and he's kind of trying to get revenge. So the first part of the level was showing the Battle of Wounded Knee and the Battle of the Boxer Rebellion, which was a bunch of Chinese characters. Like I said, some racism involved.
Well, I want a puppy, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna get one.
Sorry, I had to listen to that part. Elizabeth's complaining that she doesn't want to be Comstock's daughter, and he wanted her to be just like him, and she says, I want a puppy. She's a 17-year-old girl, after all. There's my Murder of Crows, and my hand kind of... Every once in a while your hand will do that. And since it's 1912, the graphics lying around off on like the little paper-mache bubble flyer instead of actual flame. We do have steampunk technology, but...
And when I had scorched the hearts of all who loved me, the prophet said...
And there's her mom talking.
There is nothing you can do for which I will not forgive you. For God has
Sounds a
granted
little like
me
Dagger
sight,
Counter.
and through his eyes...
It's funny how the technology kind of works in this game. I mean, it's 100 years old, but at the same time, you have the steampunk. So super futuristic, but also old, too. So this level right here is basically how Comstock has changed the story to make him look like the prophet and make him look like the hero of these battles. This is the Hall of Heroes. It's showing how the battles went down. You had the first little area that showed the soldier's point of view, and now we have Comstock's point of view. And here's Elizabeth tearing holes. It's kind of what she can do. If there's a tear nearby, she can do that. You can control by hitting F, so very light platforming in this game. And then after you tear it, you can use your hook shot to bounce around. You can see there's other tears too.
Booker, do you see those tears? We can use them against Slate's men. That tear will get us access to higher ground.
So we got...
That one will give us a turret.
We got turrets, we got 2 more shots up there, and we got a spot to hang on to. So I can come over here and drop down, and I can have a high ground advantage. assuming I don't miss. Phew. Kind of cool if he could have gone into the building, if she could have, like, tore a hole into the whole... Oh! Oh no. She could even tear open that area to give me some, it's probably a consumables area so I can get some refreshes, which I'll need because... Wow, was that a lot of damage. This is normal difficulty. Cool little thing right here. You don't just die and respawn. Elizabeth somehow pulls you from the opens the tear, and then she saves you. So, nice that it kind of explains, at least after you pick up Elizabeth, how you don't just straight up die. How many games pretty much ignore that concept. And you can open a machine gun there to help out a little bit. Until, of course, they destroy it. You only can have 2 weapons at a time, so you have to pick and choose. You don't have to have primary, secondary. It's not like you have to have a 2-handed weapon and then a pistol. I can run around with a shotgun and a sniper rifle, like I am right now. A little bit buggy, the guy over there standing still. If I come in line of sight of him, he'll actually start moving and shooting me, but I can't hit him right now. It's actually the only buggy thing I've seen at all so far. Other than the fact that this game is a little bit of resource hog. It's on medium settings. I have a respectable computer. It was high-end a few years ago. And it pretty much sits me around 40 frames a second. It's not going to be a top-of-the-line Alienware or home-build equivalent. But not like I'm running an NVIDIA Titan or anything. But this game still is definitely a power hog. It's probably not like Crysis 3 on max settings, but it's still... You need a... Well, she said first aid, and then she didn't give me any first aid. So far, the progression system is you find these drinks that will increase your stats, and I've put them all into my salt so I can just keep casting more abilities. Which is one of the reasons why I'm very squishy right now. So what I should be doing is sitting at range and then... Thank you. Sitting at range and then just using my Murder of Crows. It kind of... They're swatting the crows away while they're taking damage. So I can come up and melee them, hit them with my shotty. Probably shouldn't have jumped down, I just lost half my life. I haven't put any points at all into shield or health. Again, that's why I'm really squishy. So, I befriended the machine gun. The problem with this is the fact that I can't hit it now, so... I either have to ignore it and hope it doesn't turn on me at the worst possible time, or I have to kill it and wait for it to come free. No point in shooting at it because I'll just wait. Refill. It doesn't see me, so bam.
Comstock's pen can do some wonderful tricks.
There's Slate. Again, he's ticked.
We just need the vigor to get out of Columbia. We're taking it one way or another. Ah,
vigor. That's the abilities, is the vigors. These special drinks that you can find along the way will give you new vigor abilities. And Slate has one that I want. It's basically their version of electricity. Then I can use that in the power generator and get moving. Looking around. She'll tear that open for me. Not much there. There's another gun shop that has tons of upgrades for me. Unfortunately, the weapons I've been liking either the carbine and shoddy, or
keep your eye open for that
maybe sniper rifle and shoddy, and there's not too many upgrades for that. Now, that I might like. I don't have money for it right now, though. Well, there's the consumables, so we have that. And you can go look at these. These show a little bit more lore. I'm going to skip through that, though. If you want to see them, just go play the game. So it's about 5 more minutes after exploring the whole area. Plenty of exploration if you're a completionist and want to find everything. The levels are not huge. This is not Skyrim by any means. Probably not even Far Cry 3 level of exploration. But it's definitely not as linear as a COD in the campaign would be, or something like that. And we got a Comstock. It looks more like George Washington to me. Robot. Now, if you're a little better at planning, there's actually a machine gun you could have started that would have helped in this fight. Planning's too hard, though. You get kind of pinned in the corner here while I'm trying to melee it. Meleeing big robots, not so good.
You see, Booker? Maybe you're the man I remember. Maybe not. It doesn't matter.
Thankfully, she tore those open for me so I can get some health. Hey, there's a machine gun I could have used.
He's coming for me. And when I'm gone, all that will be left is the lie.
Just give us what we came for.
Yeah, Slade, if you just give us what we came for, we might even be able to help you. Picking through the weapons. Ooh. A minigun of sorts? That probably means this is not going to be an easy hallway.
Locked. Elizabeth?
Give me a second.
Thankfully, Elizabeth, among her other talents, seems to be an expert at lockpicking. She got locked in a tower for a while. I kind of like the reasoning. What else are you going to do in the tower? Reminding you a little bit of Fiona from Shrek. Explaining...
Seems right up your alley.
Huh. Now, some lockpicks are harder in pick 5. These are the bonus ones. In this case, it lets me get tons of credits, which I can use to probably upgrade my possession. And Elizabeth must have pocketed a coin, too. I'm convinced that she must be taking him when I'm knocked out. She must be picking my pocket right before she reses me. Or heals me. Nah, probably not. She just cleaned me out.
The whole place is
Go back to her little tower.
There ain't no shock jockey here.
Slade must have taken it. Look.
Mostly because when you first rescue her, she starts by screaming at you and throwing books at you. She's not very happy. Seems like she's warmed up to my character a little bit. Got plenty of salts here. I could just charge up my salts like crazy, except for I'm already charged to full. I'm looking around, trying to hit N to figure out what to do. The arrow got a little bit weird here. It's trying to point me right into a wall. I'm like, no, that's not it. Normally the arrows will go around doors and will go through doorways. They'll take curves like this, but for whatever reason this time it wanted to make a straight line.
Is that?
Slade. He's here.
Most use abilities you can either just right click them once to send off the ability, just right click it and possession will just possess someone. The other option is I can right click it, it sets a little ground target if I hold it, and then when I let go it'll set a trap. The vigor I'm trying to get, it sends a lightning trap that when you walk over it just does tons of damage. It actually does enough that it goes through my entire shield and then it goes through half of my hit points. But again, I have not been increasing either of them at all. And just occasionally Elizabeth will find stuff for you and she'll say catch and hit F and there you go.
What is that?
And so we got tons of things in this. This is the floor area of the room we were in at first.
Who killed for his country at Wounded Knee? It was Slade who stormed the gates at Peking!
And it sounds like Slate's just losing it a bit.
Slade!
Comstock's coming, Booker. But our lives won't satisfy him. Oh, no. He won't rest until he's turned us into tin. I won't let him. He took my past. But that's all he's getting from me.
Just give us the vigor. We don't need to do this.
Here you go, boys. A soldier's death awaits.
Well, at one point you're fighting all these guys and he actually says that the soldiers are thankful because you're giving them the soldier's death. I guess they're probably disgraced by the fact that they're not getting the credit they deserve. Lore is an important part of this game. Again, single-player game, you're going to want a good story, and not multiplayer. Thankfully, the developers decided not to tack on a half-thought-out multiplayer system in the game. It's purely based on this single-player. So apparently you do need to have decent accuracy when you're shooting with this guy. Elizabeth can Open that for me when I need it. Get the shoddy out. Kind of missed the Necromancer from Borderlands 2 when I got my shoddy. And here goes the Murderer Crow, so these guys will just hit everything in an area, it'll hit all the guys, and while they're being hit, they'll be kind of running around in pain.
There, that one.
You bet.
I'm gonna get a little bit of health right here.
There you go.
She can open that for a machine gun for me if I need a machine gun. Or was that a shotgun? So I've been upgrading my salts. I have tons of salt. I can use plenty of different abilities. And I can grab that too. I don't seem to be screaming in pain this time so much. The shotgun does have decent range in this game. Most games, shotguns, you're not right on top of someone. Hey, this one does seem to be a one-shot move for most guys, even at pretty around a long range. Alright, now that we got that first wave dealt with, and get back up a little bit, get my shield to regenerate, see if the shield does regen. It's pretty low because I haven't been scaling it up. That's why I'm so fragile. I probably should consider actually increasing that just a smidge. Either my shield or my health. I've so far been a bit of a salt fiend, which kind of real life I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of some stir fry and some chips and salsa. My character likes this salt too. Gotta loot everyone. There's looting people is a good way to get lots of health back. A lot of them carry food on them. Gotta watch out for these traps. The guys left traps all over the place. That little electrical. Oh, hey you! Playing with the shotty does remind me a lot of the Necromancer in Borderlands 2. Uh-oh. We got George Washington after us. If they remind me of, at least. Gonna kind of do a little dodge and weave here. Now, it does look like you can shoot after you reload just 1 or 2 bullets. I think this is a 3 or 4 bullet clip. I have to change weapons soon. Looks like you carry ammo for all weapons, even though you only carry 2 weapons at a time. Yeah, he's dropping his vigors on me. Getting vigorous with me. Also, if you walk over a shotgun, it'll give you ammo, too. If you're using a shotgun, that is. Go ahead and grab one of these, or both of them. I think those were 80% health pots. Trying to avoid getting shot at again. At that point, I didn't realize that those were actually just traps. And so I'm like, why is he shooting me? I can't hit him. Go over here and grab everything. Alright, I think we're good. Go upstairs! Just gonna show up to the end of this little sequence here. After that, ooh, there's a bow. Yeah, I got that, but... Oh, been playing Far Cry 3 lately, and I want a bow. I guess Crysis 3 would also qualify for wanting the bow. We got the carbine now, kind of a semi-automatic weapon. You can't just hold down and... Hey! Not nice. There you go. I got a buddy now. So you can't just hold down and keep shooting, but you can shoot lots of shots off quick, so... This is a semi-auto, I guess. Getting lit up a little bit here. I'm at a sliver of health. This is normal difficulty. This is not hard. My lack of skill is showing. Those are the traps. Do not walk over them. They stay around for a good long while, too. I actually was going back to get a health pot. But little did I remember, I'd already used them all up.
Okay, catch.
And whenever you hear Elizabeth say, hey, just hit F, because she's going to give you something, whether it's ammo, health, or money. Alright, let's go talk to Captain Slate. I'm going to grab the carbine. That was a pretty rough area. There's the Prophet Comstock. Checking to see if I missed any items. There's a decent amount of possible exploration. You can find lots of items. Oh, he's over here now.
You're not done here, soldier.
And that drink down there is the Vigor. Those are the drinks that you get throughout the game that give you new abilities. So there is a bit of I wouldn't even say it's necessarily to like the extreme of Mass Effect, where there's a karma system where you can choose to either shoot or not shoot someone, but you can elect not to. And you can't hurt your mind either. I went ahead and tried punching him afterwards and didn't kill him. And this is my new spell, this is my new ability, part of the story. Gonna stop here, I don't want to get any more spoilers going. Check the game out, it's available on most retailers for $60. Tons of fun. Thanks for watching, stay tuned to more from MMO Play. And a nice little fun propaganda style video showing you your new abilities.